Hello students, I once again welcome you all to Onboard Digital Classes. As you all are aware of that we are in this important journey of completing important events of 2024, and you all know that how relevant it is for your upcoming examinations. Today in this video we shall be discussing important events that took place in the month of September. All the previous months has already been uploaded. If you have not watched the video, I would request you to kindly watch that video as well. I will try to pin down the playlist in the I section. So to all the students, if you have not watched the video, kindly check the playlist as well. Let's begin today's video and discuss about Global Innovation Index 2024. As you can see here, India has gained, that means India has climbed to 39th position among 133 global economics in the Global Innovation Index 2024. So you can see there's been a significant improvement in the rank of Bharat. The country was 81st in 2015 and rose to 39th due to its thriving innovation ecosystem. Especially if you have seen, the government is focusing on dedicated freight corridors. And not only that, government is also focusing on ease of doing business, right? And the infrastructure building. So all these factors contribute to improved Global Innovation Index 2024 of Bharat. And India needs to progress more, especially in the logistics department, right? Bharat's position in the logistics department has significantly increased, but still there's a huge amount of potential. And in the future, if Bharat keeps on progressing this way, we can definitely see that the Global Innovation Index of Bharat in future is going to improve much more. So this is a positive news as far as Bharat is concerned, right? And also we have seen in the month of August, we have seen India's historic triumph at the 2024 Chess Olympiad, right? Both Indian men team as well as Indian female team won the gold in the Olympiad, right? As you can see here, in an unprecedented achievement, India secured gold medals both in men's and women team categories, right? Marking watershed moment for chess in the country, right? It is by both men as well as women. It was held in Budapest. Budapest is in Hungary, right? So, men's team achieved a commanding 3.5 to 0.5 victory over Slovenia. So, this is important, right? UPSC, you never know. UPSC might ask this information, right? Women's team mirrored the same men's success with 3.5 to 0.5 against Azerbaijan, right? So, these are the important notes. These are the important points that you must keep in mind. Alright, so this time Chess Olympiad was in news because Bharat has won. So UPSC might ask these questions, right? And also you can see young talents signed India's victory was spearheaded by the group of prodigious young players. So let's remember their contribution also, right? We in India, what happens is that we are so fascinated about cricket, right? We tend to neglect sports like chess. So it's important for us to remember the names of these prodigies who have actually made India proud, right? First is Gukesh, and Gukesh is currently in World Chess Championship, isn't it? He is playing against China's, I forgot the person's name, Dick Laren, I don't know, something like that, right? So he is against World Chess Championship. He is playing against him, and if my memory serves right, India and China is currently 7-7, right? It's draw. There are two more games which is left. So we should root for the victory of Gukesh in the World Chess Championship. All right. So D. Gukesh is only 18 years of age, right? He won World Championship challenger. He is also the challenger, right? And Arjun Pragnananda and Vidit Gujratia. And not only the boys, but also the girls. As you can see here, first time girls won the Chess Olympiad gold medal. And the names are Harika, Divya, Vantika Agrawal and Vaishali. So it's important for us to remember the names also. Right, women, as you can see, making history, first ever gold medal. The women's team triumph in the particularly significant, right? Moving ahead. Windfall taxes reduced by the government of India. What is windfall tax? Windfall tax are levied on those particular commodities when the profit margin, general profit margin, is extremely high. Especially we have seen windfall tax levied by the government on products like crude oil. Now what happened during the war between Russia and Ukraine was the price of the crude actually rose significantly high, right? So as you can see here, it's a tax levied by the government against certain industries, while economic conditions allow those industries to experience significantly above average profits. So when the profit is above average, right? The term windfall refers to an unexpected rise in profits, and the tax on windfall gains is known as windfall tax. So that is the definition you must keep in mind. Next, what we have is Nepal becomes 101st member of ISA. ISA means International Solar Alliance. All right. Let's discuss about International Solar Alliance. It is a global intergovernmental organization dedicated to advancing solar power adoption, carbon neutral future. So this is the basically this is the brainchild of Bharat and also Paris, right? So international is a collaborative initiative between India and France. Paris in the sense France, okay? France aimed at uniting efforts to combat climate change by implementing solar energy solutions. It was conceptualized on the sidelines of COP21 in Paris in 2015. And the headquarters of International Solar Alliance is in Gurugram, right? India, Bharat, Haryana. So that is International Solar Alliance. Next is Jordan becomes first country to receive WHO's verification for eliminating leprosy. So leprosy is a disease, and Jordan becomes the first country to receive WHO, World Health Organization verification. Okay, let's discuss what leprosy is. Leprosy, or it's also called Hansen's disease. Okay, it's a chronic infections condition caused by Mycobacterium leprae. So it is a bacterium affecting skin, nerves, and also mucosal surfaces. So you should know about leprosy as well. Early diagnosis and treatment are crucial to preventing disability. It remains a neglected, this is important, it remains a neglected tropical disease. So this is as per WHO. Alright. So and still reported over 120 countries with more than 200,000 new cases each year. So that's a significant achievement for Jordan. Right. This is very important because this is the 24th Law Commission of Bharat, approved by the President of India, right? The President Draupadi Murmuji has approved the formation of 23rd Law Commission of India for a 3-year term. This term is important, right? Effective from September 1, 2024 to August 2027. All right. This commission will consist of full-time chairmanship. This is also extremely important to know, right? Full-time chairmanship, 4 members, and additional ex officio and part-time members. So this is extremely important for you to remember for prelims perspective, right? And its primary mandate is to review, recommend legal reforms to enhance the Indian legal system. So that is the aim, that is the main objective of Law Commission. Okay, let's discuss more about Law Commission. The 23rd Law Commission term ended on 31st August 2024, and there was no chairman for several months, right? They functioned without a chairman for several months, as you can see here. Delaying critical reports on issues such as uniform civil code, simultaneous elections. Yes, government has been wanting to promote simultaneous one nation, one election, but there has been delay. Why? Because there was no chairman for several months. All right. Now, this is extremely important to know about role and function of Law Commission. Okay, it is an executive body. Everything about this is important because it is an executive body. Okay, created by the presidential order. The Law Commission recommends are advisory in nature. That means government is not bound by the recommendation of Law Commission. All right. Although the central government is not obliged, as you can see here, they are not obliged to accept its recommendations. These reports are influential and widely debated. Though government is not obliged, but their reports are debated widely, right? And they are very much influential as well. Often authored by serving judges of the Supreme Court and the High Courts, right? So that is the reason why Law Commission becomes extremely important. Now, what are the key points of Law Commissions? In under this, again, this is the historical fact that you must also keep in mind, especially from the prelims perspective, right? Because this Law Commission is in news. So in 1833, there was a Charter Act. that provided for the appointment of law commission by the government general in council. This is something that you must keep in mind, right? Second is first law commission, that was in the year 1834, established with Lord Thomas Babington Macaulay as chairman, right? And third is post-independence. The first law commission after independence was established in 1955 by the President of India with M.C. Setalwar as chairman. The duration of the first law commission 1955 to 58, that was for 3 years normally, right? And the previous was the 22nd law commission. The chairman was Justice Ritu Raj Awasthi from 2022 to 2024. So these are important things that you must keep in mind with respect to prelims. All right. Bharat's own space station, BAS. What's the name of what is the full form of BAS? Bharatiya Antariksha Station, as you can see here, right? Bharatiya Antariksha Station. The Union government has approved building the first unit of BAS by extending the scope of Gaganyaan program. So the scope of Gaganyaan program has been extended. We shall know about Gaganyaan program in the next slide. Okay. The first station will be assembled in the phased manner, and ISRO aims to establish it by 2035. This is also important. As you can see here, India's own space station for scientific research to be established will be launched in the first module in 2028. The first module is to be launched in 2028, right? Currently ISS is there, right? International Space Station, and Bharat is not actually the founding member of ISS. All right. So Gaganyaan mission, let's discuss. The Gaganyaan mission is India's ongoing project to send 3-day manned mission to the LEO, that is low Earth orbit of 400 kilometers with a crew of 3 members, and bring them safely back to Earth. So this is what Gaganyaan mission is, right? So Bharat wants to send 3 people in the space in LEO, that is low Earth orbit. The Gaganyaan mission is an ambitious and coordinated project of ISRO and collaboration with other agencies. Not only ISRO, but even DRDO agencies like DRDO is also involved, right? Such as various research labs, Indian academia, industries, with the following objectives. So what is the main objective? First, to undertake human space flights. We have already discussed that, right? That is the immediate aim. As you can see here, its immediate aim is to demonstrate indigenous capability to undertake human space flights. Now, Bharat has not yet developed indigenous capability, right, to build international space station. So that is the immediate aim. So what is the long-term aim? Space exploration, right? If there is an international space station, we can execute it in the long run, the foundation of Indian human exploration program as well, right? So that can also be executed properly, isn't it? Next is India signs high sea treaties to protect marine life. Dr. Jayasankar had signed this. India has officially signed the Biodiversity Beyond National Jurisdiction Agreement known as High Seas Treaty. Now, what is one significant thing that you must remember is that this is binding in nature, okay, and it comes under UNCLOS. UNCLOS means United Nations Convention on Law of the Sea, UNCLOS, right? And it targets high seas, which encompasses near 2/3 of the oceans and are home to some of the most ecological, vital yet critically threatened species on Earth. And what are the objectives of the treaty? The objectives of the treaty is to seek to address urgent concerns regarding the long-term protection of marine diversity in high seas, right? The protection of marine diversity, that is one objective. Second objective is it establishes precise mechanisms for sustainable use of marine biological diversity through international cooperation. Yes, sustainable use of marine biological diversity. No country can claim that this particular area belongs to me and I have the right. So you cannot do that. All right. So there has to be an international cooperation in order to use the marine biological diversity. All right. The treaty prohibits parties from claiming, exercising sovereign rights. Yes, as you can see here, right? Prohibits. There's a word called prohibit, from claiming or exercising sovereign rights over marine resources from the high seas, thereby ensuring fair sharing of benefits. Right? Nobody can claim. Note, according to the High Sea Alliance, this agreement represents world's first cohesive, international and legally binding framework. This is very, very important because this framework is legally binding. That means if Bharat has signed this agreement, it is legally binding for the Bharat to accept the terms and conditions of this agreement. All right. Next, what we have is West Bengal passes historic anti-rape Aparajita bill. Right, we have seen Arjekar Medical College incident. Right, that's a heinous crime which happened to the doctor. So, as a result, government of West Bengal has passed this bill. So, this bill, what it says is that the West Bengal government has unanimously passed the Aparajita Women and Child Bill, West Bengal Criminal Laws and Amendment 2024, marking a significant development in the state legal framework against sexual crimes. So this is against sexual crimes. This bill introduces the death penalty for individuals. Now this is important, okay? This is important because according to this bill, it has death penalty for individuals convicted of rape if their actions result in the victim's death or leave her in vegetative state. So if the person is guilty of rape and as a result the victim dies, in that case that person is going to be getting death punishment, right? Death penalty. Now, with this move, West Bengal becomes the first state to amend central laws dealing with rape. Now, this is important. West Bengal becomes the first state, okay, to amend central laws dealing with rape, gang rape, and sexual crimes against children. Important to keep in mind. So, what are the key provisions of the bill? First is death penalty, right? For rape, if the victim dies or suffers brain damage. Second is life sentence without parole for those convicted of rape. So yes, without parole. Aparajita task force to ensure punishment within 21 days of the preliminary report. Important point to remember. Next we have enhanced safety measures, installation of CCTV cameras and increased security on routes used by female healthcare workers with an allocation of 120 crores. Now such steps are taken only after the crime has happened. Why not government is proactive in taking such measures before the incident? It's for the government because it is possible, right? If we can see the commitment of the government through Aparajita bill they have bought, it is possible for them to do such things if they want, but it is the lack of empathy. Maybe they don't want to do, or maybe they are extremely lazy in doing it. We don't know, but you can see if you want, you can do it, right? And these measures are not sufficient. We need stringent laws. Next is Ratri Sathi provision. Extends the duty hours of female workers, ensuring the safety during night shifts. So this is what Aparajita bill is. All right. And the last one we have is India becomes 6th largest market in MSCI ACWI. ACWI means what? All Country World Investable Market Index. So this is just one point that you must remember. It includes large cap and mid cap stocks globally. All right, and India has surpassed whom? China, and narrowing behind France. India has surpassed China and it is slightly behind France. So just a point to remember. Now, as you know that after the end of the session, what we do is we try to solve previous year question papers. All right. So now let's try to solve the question, and these questions are from 2024 UPSC prelims examination. All right. Statement 1, giant stars live much more longer than dwarf stars. That's a ridiculous statement. Just because you are a giant star does not mean that you're going to live longer than the dwarf stars. So this statement is incorrect, right? Statement 2 says, compared to dwarf stars, giant stars have greater rate of nuclear reactions. This is correct. So what is the answer? Answer is statement 1 is incorrect, right? And statement 2 is correct. So answer to this question is D. Moving ahead, next what we have is, which one of the following words or phrases is most appropriately used to denote an interoperable networks of 3D virtual? Now when we see 3D, we can directly say that it is metaverse, right? It is not cryptography, it's not, nor it is big data analytics or virtual matrix, it is metaverse. Next and last question that we'll be discussing today is, with reference to radioisotope thermoelectric generators, that is RTGS. Consider the following statements. RTGS are miniature fission reactors. Acha. It is a fission reactor. Is it a fission reactor? Well, it's doubtful, right? Let's read number 2. RTGS are used for powering the onboard systems of spacecraft, not onboard digital classes. Alright, it is the onboard system of spacecraft. This statement is correct. RTGS can. Can means what? It's a generalized statement. So 90% of the time, if you see the word can in science and technology specifically, it is right. Alright. It is not a hard and fast rule though. Okay. So just because I have said that there is can, you can actually say yes, that does not happen. Okay. So please don't be in that mind frame while marking the answers. Alright. So this is correct. RTGS can use plutonium-238, which is the byproduct of weapons development. That is correct. So what it says is, which one of the following statements above are correct? So we have a problem with miniature fission reactors. No, it's not a fission reactors, right? What do you think? Is it a fission reactor? No, it is through the natural delay of radioactive isotopes. Okay, it is not through fission reactors. So this statement is incorrect. So what we have left with is 2 and 3 only. So the answer to this question is 2 and 3 only. So with this, we've come to the end of today's session. If you have watched the video till here, I would request all the students to kindly like the video, comment down on the comment box how you feel about the session, right? And if there are any improvements that you suggest, please feel free to comment down on the comment box. All right, I'll try to improve in my upcoming videos. Okay. So, and also please don't forget to subscribe and also share it among your friends who are preparing for UPSC examinations. Thank you very much. We shall soon meet in the next class.